The nurse cares and loves from the heart. Nurses have high compassion, devotion, dedication, and are very selfless in their practice.
A nurse has to be smart and creative, because we are big problem solvers. We are at the bedside 24/7. And so when any situation arises, we're there.
A great nurse is many things, but I feel like the overarching two qualities that a great nurse possesses are compassion and competency.
A strong work ethic, they work hard, they are, of course, intelligent and intuitive, but then I think innovation over the next, in the near future and beyond is going to be really important for our nurses.
In March 2020, when COVID surged and we realized we were in the midst of a pandemic, the role of the nurse took a drastic change. The nurse became the center of care. The nurse was at the patient's bedside. The nurse had to figure out how to care for an individual who was experiencing disease processes that we knew little about. They had to be innovative. They had to be great communicators because they were the ones coordinating the care at the bedside and outside in the hall where the other providers were waiting for information.
We really came together as a family during the pandemic, and we really had each other's backs. It brought everyone closer because a lot of the time you spent more time with your coworkers at work than you did with your family at home because you didn't want to get them sick and there were quarantine guidelines, etc. So you spent most of your time with those coworkers.
One of the things that I think about is just the changes that have happened during the pandemic and how much focus has been on the nurse and what types of things I think maybe other people are beginning to see in nurses that maybe they hadn't noted before.
I think nurses have went above and beyond during the COVID-19 pandemic, and our roles have really evolved. And I feel like the public really has a better understanding of what nurses do and how much of an impact that nurses make in the hospital and in the patient's entire experience.
I am greatly inspired by what our students did during the pandemic. How would one not be inspired? The humanity, the grace, the commitment to not only providing service, but also to continuing their education in the face of seeing some really challenging things.
Nursing students have been flexible. The thing that was just so stunning to me was how adaptable they were. Because some days we had to change our plan like instantaneously, and they rose to the occasion. And that's what nurses need to be.
With the pandemic, we saw many individuals thinking about their health in a whole new way. They saw prevention and staying healthy as a way of fighting off this virus. And I think in the future, we're going to see more and more health promotion. It's the nurses that come and talk to the patients about what are their genetic factors that might predispose them to some type of illness. The nurse will be involved in a lot of patient education and health promotion.
What I see for the future of nursing is amazement. Nursing during this pandemic has been innovative. They've shown leadership skills, determination. They have thought way out of the box, and we have survived. And I think going forward in the future, nursing will be the leaders of the healthcare delivery system. This is our defining moment, and it has been during this pandemic.
The future of nursing may have been accelerated a little bit in terms of really utilizing the nursing workforce to the fullest extent that we can, which will really improve so many aspects of care, outcomes and access to care and education, health promotion and prevention. All of those things are really reliant on nurses.
I hope you feel the immense pride for our profession, for the high quality care you provide, and for your continuing ability to adapt to the constantly changing healthcare landscape. We celebrate and applaud the humanity, compassion, intelligence, and skills that you all continue to demonstrate.
What I would like to say to my fellow nurses and to the nursing students is that yes, we have lost a lot in this pandemic and in this crisis. The loss of life cannot be replaced, and it's been huge. But we have also gained. We have found within ourselves the strength to go on, the innovation, the caring, the dedication, the devotion. And I am so very proud of that.
Over the last year, we've been in this fight together. We've been side by side, each other every day, fighting and taking care of patients to beat COVID. The fight's not quite over yet, and we're still going at it. So let's stick together, stay strong, and keep fighting. Happy Nurses Week.